Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The message blinked at me from my phone screen, its blue bubble pulsing like a wound. It was 2:17 a.m. The house was quiet except for the low hum of the refrigerator, the kind of silence that feels like judgment. For a moment I just stared. My thumb hovered above the screen but I didn't type anything. My wife, Maya, was in Los Angeles for a week-long photography workshop. We'd FaceTimed 2 nights ago. She'd been laughing, talking about sunsets and how the ocean smelled like freedom. Now she wanted an open marriage. This isn't negotiable. I typed understood and sent it before I could think better of it. My chest ached. The ellipsis was the only rebellion I could manage, a quiet scream wrapped in 3 dots. The message stayed delivered, unread. The next morning, sunlight spilled through the blinds like shards of glass. I sat at the kitchen table, staring at the half-empty mug of coffee she'd left behind 5 days ago. Lipstick smudge still visible. The scent of her vanilla perfume still lingered faintly in the air, as if mocking me. I replayed the past year in my head, the long silences, the nights she turned away in bed, the weekends too busy for plans. I convinced myself it was just exhaustion, that she still loved me, just differently. But maybe love doesn't evolve, it erodes. I scrolled through our old messages. Just 2 months ago she'd sent, "You're my calm." I'd believed her. Maybe she'd meant it then. Maybe people mean things in the moment but change faster than their promises can keep up. At noon I called her. Straight to voicemail. "Maya, I got your text," I said, my voice cracking. "If this is what you really want, I just need to understand why." I hung up before I could cry. That evening I got a call from Lena, her best friend. "Hey," she said softly. "You doing okay?" "Not really." There was a pause. I probably shouldn't say this, but she's been seeing someone. Out there. The air left my lungs. "Someone from the workshop?" "Yeah," Lena whispered. "A guy named Jordan. He's different. Free-spirited. She says he makes her feel alive again." Alive again. I wanted to laugh but it came out hollow. After the call, I sat on the floor of our bedroom. Her side of the closet was half empty. A few of her dresses still hung there, ghosts of her presence. I reached for one, soft blue cotton, and pressed it to my face. It smelled like her shampoo. For a moment I hated myself for missing her. 3 days passed before she called. "Hey," she said casually, as if we'd just been apart for a normal trip. I didn't mean to drop that bomb over text. I just didn't know how else to say it. "Why not just say you don't love me anymore?" She sighed. "Because that's not true. I do love you. Just not the way I used to. I need to explore who I am without feeling trapped." Trapped? My voice trembled. "You were free, Maya. You are free. I never held you back. You don't get it." "No," I said sharply. "You're right. I don't get how sleeping with someone else makes you feel found." She was quiet for a long time. I could hear cars in the background, waves, laughter. Then she said, "I'm sorry you see it that way," and hung up. That night I couldn't sleep. I walked into her studio, our spare room cluttered with photo prints, lenses, and rolls of film. On the desk was a memory card. My heart pounded as I slipped it into her camera. There she was. Maya standing on a beach at sunset. Laughing. Maya wrapped in Jordan's arms. Maya kissing him, eyes closed, like the world had narrowed to that moment. I set the camera down carefully. My hands were shaking but I felt oddly calm. Like the kind of calm that comes after a car crash, when your body's too stunned to hurt yet. The betrayal wasn't in the act itself, it was in the ease. The way she looked lighter, happier. As if I'd been the weight she finally set down. 2 weeks later she returned home to pick up more of her things. "Hey," she said at the door, smiling nervously. "Can we talk?" I nodded and stepped aside. She walked through the house like it was unfamiliar. Her fingers brushed along the furniture. "You've been cleaning," she said softly. "Trying to keep busy." We sat at the table. The same table where we'd eaten dinner every night for 6 years. "I'm not here to fight," she said. "I just want us to be honest." I looked her in the eye. "Were you ever planning to tell me about him?" Her expression faltered. "I didn't want to hurt you." "You already did." She swallowed hard. "I didn't mean to fall for him." I laughed quietly. "You didn't fall. You walked." She blinked, tears forming. You deserve someone who wants the same life you do. And what do you want? Her voice broke. To not feel guilty for wanting more. I stood up, my chair scraping against the tile. Then go, I said. Find your freedom. She hesitated at the door. You're not angry? I was, I said. But now, I just hope you find whatever you think you're missing. She nodded, eyes glistening, then left. Months passed. I started running again. Cooking for one. Rediscovering the quiet. Sometimes when I'd see her photos online, smiling beside him, light in her eyes, I'd feel the sting again. But it didn't hollow me out like before. Then one night she texted me. Jordan's leaving LA. He says he's not ready for anything serious. I don't know what to do. I stared at the screen for a long time before typing. Understood. And this time I didn't mean it as surrender. I meant it as closure.